All right, so this is going to be the practice for the week. We're going to start with rock and roll, where we are expanding on the inhale, pulling the shoulders back. We're not leaning back. We're going to expand big through the belly, then the rib cage, then the chest. And then we're going to exhale, rounding the back, bringing the shoulders forward, not leaning forward. As I do this, I take my fingers down my shin as I exhale, bring my palms and my hand toward the hip on the inhale. So exhale, arms forward, inhale, hands back. Nice and easy, okay? As we do this, we want to bring attention to the expansion and contraction. That is a form of flow. We're going to go into feel flow after the breathing exercise. And so we want to notice that change, that expansion and contraction as we're doing it. And we can even label it flow as we do it if you like to do that. You label it in your mind, okay? So big exhale first. Squeeze the belly. Big inhale through the mouth. Exhale. Squeeze. Big inhale. Exhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the belly. Big inhale. Exhale and squeeze. You're going to keep doing that for a few rounds. As you do it, if you start to notice a little bit of tingliness or dizziness, that is also a form of flow. You can take your attention there and notice that, and notice how it changes over time. A few more breaths. Two more. Last one, we're going to take a big inhale. Big exhale and squeeze. At the bottom of the exhale, hold the breath out. Relax the body as you hold the breath. Then big inhale. Hold the breath. And go ahead and close the eyes and slowly release the exhale. Straighten the spine, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, and settle into the posture. What we're going to do next is a couple of sensitization exercises to notice flow in the body. You'll take your fingertips and start tapping your body, the chest, the arms, working up the neck to the face, the cheeks, the ears, the forehead, tapping the top of the head, the sides, and the back of the head. Working your way back down the body, down the belly, tapping the belly and the sides, tapping the legs, tapping the knee, down the shin, the front of the shin, and around the back to the calves, all the way down to the feet. Working your way back up the body, to the knees, to the thighs, to the belly, the chest. And then just settling in with your palms on your knees and noticing the sensations in the body after tapping. And notice how those sensations may feel intense and then slowly dissipate. That is flow. You might find some aspect of that practice pleasant. You can appreciate the pleasantness. The next thing we will do is I will say clap, and you're going to clap your hands. Ready, set, clap. And notice the sensations in the hands. You can put the arms on the legs, put the palms up. Notice how the sensations go from intense, to subtle and then eventually disappear. All of that is flow, and you can label it flow as you notice that change. Flow. 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 And put the hands together and rub them back and forth. And you can speed up a little bit. Start to feel the heat in the hands. Speed up a little more. Feel the heat. And then turn the palms up on the knees. And notice how the heat starts off intense and then starts to cool off. That is flow. And then without controlling the breath, start to notice with each inhale, there's a little expansion of the rib cage. With the exhale, there's relaxation of the rib cage. That too is flow, and you can label it as such. Flow. Flow. We're using the label flow to point our attention in the direction that we want it to go. Flow. And now expand, looking at the whole body, or freely float with your attention through the body. Notice any sensation that pulls your attention. Land there for a few seconds. Really examine the sensation and notice if it changes in any form or fashion. You may notice the sensation get more intense or less intense. That is flow. You may notice it expand in size or contract in size. That is flow. You may notice it migrate from one area of the body to another. That is flow. You may notice the sensation as soon as it arrives. That is flow. You may also notice it disappear. That is flow as well. Just try that on your own. Going from one sensation to another. Noticing change and labeling it flow. A sensation may be pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Just see if you can be with all sensations that come up. With unpleasant sensations, when you label it, you notice the flow in it, and you label the flow, it tends to take the sting out of it. Flow. Flow. You may also notice rest. And if you examine rest closely, you may notice a subtle vibratory flow in the rest. You can label that flow as well. I'll give you a little time here to do that on your own. Flow. And at this point, you can let the practice go and wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, stretch up if you need to, and have a good day.